I think this is my favorite Spider-Man villain. I mean, is Vulture as badass, mysterious, and dark as Venom or Carnage? No, those two are on another playing field, but we've never seen Carnage on film, and what we got of Venom wasn't very impressive.
I like being bad. It makes me happy.
So yeah, Michael Keaton's definitely my favorite Spider-Man villain. I figured this one would be good, but I still felt it was a little too soon. I mean, Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield were great, Tobey had a couple of good ones, but I think we have to look at them as separate chapters. And now we're on to a new chapter, and we get the Avengers in this one. We get some Iron Man sprinkled throughout this, and Jon Favreau reprises his role as Tony Stark's assistant, Happy, and we get some other cameos too, but none better than that end credit. Favorite end credit scene I've seen. I think a lot of us that grew up with the cartoon series has been waiting for our Spider-Man to hit the film. Tobey Maguire's a bit too nerdy. I thought Andrew Garfield put it pretty good. He was very cocky when he was trash-talking people while fighting them, but Tom Holland takes it to another level. This kid is so cocky, and we get all these issues that we've seen in the cartoon series where, you know, he's constantly screwing himself over with girls just because of his secret identity, and it's always getting in his way. The story really focuses on Peter trying to figure out where he fits. I mean, he fought with the Avengers, which was a great hire, but now he's back to being a neighborhood Spider-Man, and he wants to join up with Tony, but he's got to prove himself, and so when the Vulture comes around, he sees that as his opportunity.
So don't mess with me, because I will kill you and everybody you love.
I thought this was such a well-crafted story. I mean, you get lots of integration of the Avengers storylines. Robert Downey, though, not in it that much. You get to see his character's progression.
What if somebody had died?
I was just trying to be like you.
I wanted you to be better. I'm gonna need the suit back.
But I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it.
Marissa Tomei was a great Aunt May. She didn't get in his way, she didn't nag him, she was just a supporting character for him, which was nice. We didn't have to sit through any Uncle Ben's death scenes. Peter's got a couple of love interests in this, and it's not Mary Jane and it's not Gwen Stacy, which is a nice change from having that canon just forced down your throat. They did something different, they went off in another direction. The Vulture was great. Michael Keaton played a well-crafted character. You understood his motives, you understood the blurred moral lines he had and how well balanced they were, and when he needed to step up his intensity, he did.
And he had us.
Nice shot! Now you want to get nuts! Come on! Let's get nuts.
I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better performance from a Spider-Man villain. And when he's the Vulture, he's kicking ass. It's pretty cool when he's pulling off all these missions and just keeps it so casual. There's a lot of comedy in this, whether it's physical action or Spider-Man's one-liners, and then you add Tony Stark in there and it's just a lot of dry, sarcastic wit. It's great. And we probably get some of the best action that I've seen in a Spider-Man movie, and it's not dated anymore, where like, if you go back and you watch the original, I'm sure we all have our favorites, but this is so up to date and so in tune with all the Marvel that it's hard not to enjoy it. It's only been a weekend, but it's already made 117 million domestically and 156 million worldwide. I hope that Sony and Marvel keep this contract together, because I know Marvel had kind of a 5-movie plan. It started with Civil War, goes on to Homecoming, then it goes with Avengers, and then it probably has Homecoming 2, whatever that's actually going to be titled, and then one more Avengers. So after that, their deal is up, and I really hope that they continue to work together, because clearly, as you can tell, the profit is working for Sony. Sony's going to make money on this no matter what. Their Spider-Man movie, even the last one, was just critically not received that well. Made over 700 million, so I mean, they're not hurting, but it's better to be critically well received, because you're just going to make that much more. Sony might even be able to break $1 billion with a Spider-Man movie if they keep this up. And this, we're not just getting a Spider-Man movie or a superhero movie full of the Avengers, we're also getting a high school movie in this. We're spending a lot of time with Peter as he's learning lessons and growing up. And although we're skipping a lot of the origin stuff, we are seeing Tom Holland and his portrayal of Peter Parker and how he's becoming more of a man. I thought this version of Peter Parker was probably one of the better ones, because it showed you how human and how many problems he had we could relate to. He's got everyday life problems, and that's what's awesome. You get some little cameos of other villains and stuff, like the Shocker. You know, there's a few that I can't name off the top of my head, but they're in there, but they're all real smaller parts, and some of them are so inconsequential that you don't even care, but It's nice that they're trying to build something up in the Spider-Man universe too, so that, you know, if the deal ever does end, they've got their own thing that they can do. In the end, I found this a thoroughly enjoyable movie. I couldn't be happier with how the villain was portrayed, and Tom Holland as Peter Parker was amazing. He was such an innocent, naive kid who had to learn all these lessons. The only problem I kind of had with this was sometimes the CGI looked off on Spider-Man, but a lot of times it didn't, so it's not much to gripe about. So I totally recommend seeing this in theater. It's worth it. As always, thanks for watching.
Evening, lady. How do?
Make out with me, you will.